Miss Cynthia jumped on there right away. I'm starting giving first people that jump on there a prize. Miss Cynthia, welcome. TikTok. Angelina Rose, good morning. 8:05 in the morning. You know what it is. Mornings with Mu'addib. What will he think of next? All right. So today, I'm gonna display my area. Dallas Fort Worth is a huge metroplex. Lot going on, right? Love Dallas, love Fort Worth. Lived in both cities for a short spell out here in Arlington. I want to say that Texas is surprisingly, shockingly nice. When I lived in Wisconsin and in the North most of my life, my view of Texas was a little bit skewed. I will admit to that. But have been here almost 3 years, coming up in April. It's been quite the experience. Good folks, great food, a really good time. A lot of networking going down here. It's a lot of stuff that just you have to pay attention to. Uh, my name is Taibu Mu'addib. If you don't know me, I'm a certified goal achievement coach. I'm live on Facebook, both pages, Taibu Mu'addib. First Step Culture, shout out to my first steppers out there. And on YouTube, Taibu Mu'addib 4019. Live on TikTok, my newest, hottest platform. Love my TikTokers out there, man. I appreciate y'all this morning. So, first things first, if you go into a job that you can't stand, if you hate your job, raise your hand and I'll be to holler at you. Just put a hand up if you can't stand your job. If you can't stand your job, let me work with you. I've been there. I know what it's like. All right. I appreciate you guys for jumping in there and joining me today. My name is Taibu Mu'addib. I'm a certified goal achievement coach. That's what I've been doing exclusively for the last 3 years. If you watched last night on YouTube, you saw one of my very first commercials, kind of rustic, but highly entertaining. All right. This morning, I want to say hello to everybody out there. We got a great round of motivation and information coming up this morning. Then I'll get on to other business. Well, what about today? Today is Wednesday, notoriously known as Hump Day. I don't know why. Is that for the lover in you? You supposed to do a bunch of humping around on Hump Day? I don't know. But it sounds to me like Hump Day is like that day that you have to deal with before you get close to the unofficial start of the weekend, which is Thursday. You kind of let your hair down a little bit. You know the end isn't near. And that is so sad. Hump Day is for all you sharecroppers out there. I swear it is. It has to be. Like Wednesday, Wednesday's kind of like Monday, you know? It's just the day you go to work and you have to struggle through it. If you work a 9 to 5, shout out to all my factory workers out there on the forklifts, the pallet jacks, motorized and not, the pallet builders. Shout out to all my factory workers out there today, zooming up and down long aisles. I've seen some factories out here. Man, these warehouses in Dallas and Fort Worth are huge. Shout out to everybody that has to put on all that PPE, the glass, the ears, the hard hat, right? The high vis vest. Shout out to all of our blue collar workers out there today. You don't have to continue doing it, but shout out to you today for manning up, being a real woman, getting out there and getting it done. It's not for me anymore, but I understand why you're doing it. All right. But if you want to level up, as they say, if you want to make a lasting change, you want to transform your life, get you some resources behind some manpower. Let me upgrade you. Taibu Mu'addib right here, man. Giving a shout out to all the blue collar workers out there today. If you hate your job, but you're still there, I applaud you. Short story before I go into it. I had a job I couldn't stand. It was just me and my daughter, right? Mass, Wisconsin. And I would come up every day and tell my daughter, I hate this job. I can't stand this job. You know what I'm saying? But I went to work every day faithfully, about 4.5 weeks, right? Job was unsafe. I had to tell my temp agency, like, look, I can't go back there. They're not safe over there. I can't go back there. If there's a safety issue at your job, because you can lose your life at some of them plants, man. If it's a safety issue, forklifts going by, there's no lights or there's no markings, hey, that job isn't the job for you. Taibu Mu'addib right here, man, going hard. I want you to know that I appreciate, I respect the time you guys have from me. So let's get right to it, shall we? Let's find the right tab. I'm gonna put up here, if you're not over on my YouTube channel, let me go ahead and get that comment out to you right now. Oh boy, sorry about that. My fingers is kind of big. There it is. Bam. Go to YouTube and subscribe. That's the way you can see the whole picture in picture, all the full effects I'm finna give y'all right now. But when I go to look at just some of the things that you get when you look at Dallas and Fort Worth, you're looking at beautiful cities, beautiful downtowns, lots of industry, great people, hardworking folks, and that's just kind of what it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and screen share this with you guys, just so you can see how beautiful it is. I mean, me personally, I still haven't gotten used to driving downtown Dallas, especially at night. Every night, Dallas is a different color, isn't it? It's crazy. Love that, man. Love that. So I'm gonna go ahead and screen share that real quick, just so you guys can get a look at the beauty of downtown Dallas. This is generally like how depending on what's going on down there, like the whole, it's just awesome, man. Dallas is a great city. Love it. Lots of money, lots of good people, lots of good fun, things to do. So just putting it out there. So if you look at it, so the funny story is Dallas is the first place I've ever lived where you can get off on an exit and still have 3 ways to go. So the GPS will say, stay in the right, get in the right lane to stay left. You know what I mean? So I did a lot of turnaround in Dallas when I first moved down here before I was getting it right. Anybody go through that? I went through that. Just a beautiful city. Now, the issue is, right, African, European, or if you will, white and black. 2 well-known Dallas rappers, 2 different fates. I don't know if it's what they put into their music. I don't know if it's how they live their life outside the studio. 2 well-known Dallas rappers, 2 different fates. We have to look at this because as a community, we see ourselves being shot and killed by the police and this and this and that. But what about how we treat each other? I couldn't be a legitimate leader if I didn't show the young people, and all you adults who are tapping in, take this podcast this morning to show it to your young people, because our young people these days are just not obedient. I can blame the moms and dads only so much. It's 50-50, right? You raising a child, especially when you get to a certain age. It's half on the parent to provide the structure and the system to help them to see consequences for actions, right? You have to structure it out so your child understands all throughout life, especially when you boot them out the house, there's going to be consequences for their actions. So the parents that aren't doing that, you're not putting in your 50. All right. If you're letting your kid do whatever they want to do and still taking care of them, not require them to do anything, be responsible at all, you're not putting in your 50. Now, if you get to the point where you can, get some coaching, get some parenting skills, and get to the point where you're providing your child with, consequence versus reward situation, you have structure in their life. Now it's on them to obey, to simply be obedient. Not enough of our young people are, right? So what our young people are doing is they're getting caught up in the follower mentality. And if you see girls online shaking and twerking it to make money and build their page up, young women are, oh, that's how I'm gonna make my money. I'm gonna shake and twerk it online. All right, whatever. Young men, they have a 9mm with a 30-round clip that's getting them views. I'm gonna do the same thing. This is the follower mentality. It's really crippling a lot of situations. I did a podcast where I spoke on going to a high school football game here in North Texas, and the young people were acting all wild, chasing each other and clearing the stands and stuff like that. And I thought to myself, how many of them kids is homeless? How many of them kids acting like that because they have really no one to go home to and face? I mean, they're out there in the streets, whatever. I would say 98.9% of them kids acting up like that, parents were accepting that. Go home to their parents, they've asked, how'd the game go? Oh, we fought about 5-10 guys. So you parents are housing these teens that are out here acting up. you're not putting in your 50. Now, for you teens, I want you to see this for what it is this morning with Mu'addib, right? This is two well-known rappers from North Dallas, two totally different faiths. Let's take down the screen share for the beautiful city of Dallas for what it is, and let's go to the next level, all right? To watch the full episode, go to Taibu Mu'addib 4019. You know the deal. Let's go. All right. Let's give Facebook the farewell real quick, and we'll get over to Instagram. And I'm trying to get you guys ready for this because I'm telling you, at the end of the day, I am going to be exclusively on my YouTube channel and on my First Step Coaching page on Facebook. Those are only two places you'll be able to see this podcasting. That's by design. On YouTube, you guys support the YouTube channel. I can come visit you in your town, in your state, and holler at you, get you guys coached up, get you some entertainment. That's what I can do when you guys support that YouTube channel. And the podcasting will be more robust. I'll be able to give you a greater picture-in-picture podcast truth. I'm telling you. So support that YouTube channel, man. You want to do that for sure. Mornings with Mu'addib, let's go. So now what we're doing is we're going to look first at the positive. Let's accent the positive first, right? So, how many of you know the rapper Post Malone? If you don't know the rapper Post Malone, I'm about to introduce you to this young guy right now. All right? This is real. Go ahead and get it going. Live with my Coach Taibu page on Instagram. The Coach Taibu page, I built that up for more than working out. So if you have a goal to get in shape, remember, I'm a 20-year fitness professional. That's my expertise really overall. So if you want to get in shape, my coaching program is definitely for you. All right. No reason to spin your wheels this time around in 2024. We can get that thing done and keep it done. All right. I just completed a year and a half of corporate fitness, right? So that's all I did for last year and a half was help people join training programs. So over here at Coach Taibu on Instagram, Wikipedia can't be sold. All right. Let me go ahead and screen shares for you guys over here. Follow me on, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you guys can get to see all of this. I want to give it to you. So we're talking about Post Malone right now. And let's look at his deal. So Post Malone wasn't actually born in Texas, but he was raised from the age of 9 in Texas, North Texas, right? The Dallas area. And so, his name is Austin Richard Post, known professionally as Post Malone, right? His music career began in 2011, hit a 2015 debut single, White Iverson, that peaked really high on the Billboard charts. He's done things with Sway Lee. He has congratulations with Quavo. He has, over 80 million records sold. He's a record-breaking artist out of Dallas. The main thing I can say about Post Malone is he's still alive today. He's still alive and well, and making music, producing music, writing music, and living his life. So this isn't the important thing. If you look at it, what it says here, early life, it says he was born in Syracuse, New York, raised by his father and stepmother. Shout out to all the dads out there and all the stepmoms out there willing to, put up with them bad kids. All right. But he began to play the guitar, auditioned for the band and Crown the Empire. He credited his initial interest to Guitar Hero. So that's what made him want to, get into it. You look into Wikipedia, the beginning of his story, he got a stage name about 14, 15, age 17, he did this. So you look through his whole thing. Malone later enrolled in Tarrant County College, but dropped out. Then he moved to Los Angeles. So if you look at just so much of this 2016, what he was doing, 2017, put out another album. So it breaks down a lot about him. 2020, 2022 is collaborations. He took some time off. On March 12th, 2020, Malone's concert proceeded as scheduled, drawing a sellout crowd of 20,000. 20,000, right? This is in March of 2020. Post Malone, has that song Rockstar. I mean, I know, congratulations. Did his thing. I mean, I don't know what he's saying in a lot of his music, but I don't believe from the songs I know him for that he's doing a lot of talking about, seeing an op and busting them and shooting them and on site. And I mean, he's putting that in some of his songs. I don't know much about the guy or his music. The radio play songs that he's get, I just don't hear him saying, I'm gonna ride down on them fools from the other side of town and bust a cap in. This is not what I'm hearing in his music. Maybe it's in there. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. But he's alive today and still doing music and still getting money. All right. That was Post Malone, everybody. And shout out to young man for a stellar career, for adding a new skill set. Learning the guitar, learning any instrument is difficult. But for all you young people who think it's going to be easy to be successful, you see somebody successful and think it's going to be easy, what's the last skill set you've added? What skill set are you working on right now? What are you adding to your marketability? Right? I asked a couple people to come on my podcast, and two young people at that, said, am I getting paid? What do you bring to the table? I should be asking you to pay me to be on my podcast to get some fame, get some notoriety, get some clout. It's shocking to me how our young people believe that they should get paid just for, I don't know what. I don't know. The entitlement is crazy. But this young man actually put some, added to his skill set, learned the instrument, took it to the next level with songwriting. He's putting a lot of hard work in. If you don't think writing a song is hard, young people, you're tripping. You're tripping. It's difficult to put together a good tune, let alone the words that go with it. Post Malone, everybody. I'm only a half an hour podcast. I'm going to roll right through this. Now, that's European. That's the European rapper, a white guy, white Iverson, whatever. So I'm not saying that, white rappers can't talk about the guns and the knife and shooting and killing people. Are they doing it? I don't know. Again, from the music that he's putting up, I don't know if I hear Post Malone saying, I got a 30-round clip ready to bust a cap in my ops. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know. Maybe he is doing it. Maybe he wasn't. I don't know. But that wasn't what I was hearing in his music. All right. So, MO3. I don't know if you know much about Dallas or Dallas rappers, but here's a young African man, right? Young black man, if you will. No less talented. Got swag, rapping hard, collaborating with Boozy Badass, and a well-known rapper who's still alive. He did a bit, but he's still alive. You know what I'm saying? Making it happen. But this is a tragic story. I mean, when you look, if you saw the picture for Post Malone, Wikipedia had so much to on him, and you look here, you look and see how short his situation was. But remember, Post Malone sold out a crowd 20,000 March of 2020. It says right here, this young man the same year was killed later that year on 28 years of age. Let's look at some of the stuff that he did while he was alive, right? So Melvin Abdul Noble, stage name MO3, American rapper, best known for his 2019 collaboration Everybody with Boozy Badass. Longtime associate, peaked at number 136 on the Billboard 200. Shot Up Forever, after he passed, reached 36 on the same chart. Tragically, he was born in McKinney, Texas, so he's actually a native Texan. Born here right down the street. Moved to North Dallas, did his mixtaping, things of that nature. I heard some of his songs before I came to Dallas. Didn't know that it was a Dallas rapper. Listened to some of his music. He's survived by 2 girls and 1 boy. In his personal life, it shows up here. And eerily, it breaks down like what actually happened. Like you have a small news clip of what happened, and you can, if I'm gonna read it, but picture this, just picture this, right? Because this is you know, Dallas rapper as well, doing this thing. But this it just says it says he was being pursued by another vehicle on I-35 in Dallas. Stopped in front of a semi. The person pursuing him stopped his car as well and approached while he was in the car. Said Noble, who MO3, whatever you will, tried to retrieve a weapon. He couldn't get to his weapon. You know, so he tried to run away, you know, on the highway. The guy chased him, and shot him multiple times with a rifle. Got back into a dark colored vehicle. White fled. All right. Noble was taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. With all respect to his family and his friends, I'm just putting this out here because our young people need to understand. So it shows his albums. It doesn't say much else about his life. You when you see the European or white rapper, it talked about his early life, all this positive stuff. You know, he learned how to learn the guitar and all these positive things. But this young man, this is Wikipedia. You have 3 paragraphs. Early life and career, his death. It says more about his death than anything else. Describing how he died is the biggest part of this Wikipedia thing for him. So all the young people out there, what I'm saying to you is if you're going to do something positive with your life, let it be positive. Right? I mean, I'm pretty sure he still wishes he was rapping today, making music today. I moved here in 2021, so I didn't have a chance to go see him at headquarters in concert or at Jamie's, lounge and nightclub. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get a chance to see him perform live. I didn't get a chance to ask for autograph. I mean, I'm here in Dallas now. Why wouldn't I do that? See him at a game or something. This is what I'm talking about, people. 2 Dallas-based rappers, 2 totally different situations. In the same year, one is selling out crowds and one is being chased down the highway. And not by a police officer. It doesn't sound like this guy, Keywan Dontrell White. Doesn't sound like that guy was a police officer. It doesn't say he was a police officer of the law. So I'm not saying the officer involved shootings aren't wrong and they shouldn't happen. What I'm saying is let's get control of how we treat each other. Let's get control of it. All right. Post Malone didn't get chased down the highway by another white rapper. I mean, let's be honest, people. This is what's happening out here right now. This is, a couple years ago. Going into 2024, I want you parents to start talking to your young people and keeping it real with them. You young people, start being obedient. You have to have an obedient heart. You do. You do. You have to have an obedient heart. Young African, young Black rappers, you don't have to talk about killing people to be successful. Post Malone is an example. And many other rappers. You don't have to talk about carrying guns. Like I can literally show you guys how crazy it is. I'm gonna stop screen sharing again with respect to his family and his friends. I'm not trying to get fame off of his situation. I'm using it as a teaching tool and a learning lesson for others to come behind him. Don't be out there rapping about all this nonsense. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about, the follower mentality. I just want to see what pops up. When I did this on my phone, a pitch. Okay. All right. I did this on my phone. Let me go ahead over here. Let me see if I can get this done. Okay. Yeah. So if you type in pics of Texas rappers, and it shows you, I just want you guys to see this. This is alarming, right? You look at it, because when I did this myself on a search, I was looking at it. Let's see. And this is a Bing search. This is 28 Dallas Fort Worth rappers you should be following, right? If you're into hip hop in the area. It's not giving me. I should have screenshotted. I'm gonna have to do that, because this Bing search is kind of whack. I don't know. The Google search put me right in the play. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and try something different with that. Let me go ahead and do a little bit different this time. Do a little bit different to get you guys get you guys over to the Google search. When I did the Google search, it was like, yeah, let's go. Okay. Google. There we go. All right. Pics of Fort Worth rap artists. All right. So this is what came up, and I want to show you guys a screen share. Let me make sure I get the right. Okay. So the laptop isn't showing me what I was seeing. If you look at it though, I swear when I tapped onto that, it was like a picture of a bunch of Fort Worth rappers in one picture, and all of them had guns pointing at the camera. This is not giving me the same joint, so it must be censored. Yeah, they don't want y'all to see that picture. So next time I'll put it on there, and I'll probably do it tomorrow just as a follow-up. I won't stay too long on to that, but what I really saw was it was like everybody in the picture had a gun pointed at the camera. It was like a Fort Worth, picture of rappers in Fort Worth. It didn't make any sense. Didn't make any sense at all. So don't be a follower. Holding a gun does not make you tough. A gun is not a force field. It's not a force field. A gun will not stop a bullet from hitting you. Does that make sense? So I don't know. It's the craziest thing. Stop doing that, young people. Stop being a follower. It'll lead to your demise. Right? You don't want to find out in that moment that you're not tough. That'll be a really bad situation. Okay, let me screen share one more thing just to get you guys hyped up. Money Talks. All right, with Morning with Mu'addib, Money Talks. Let's go over here and check this out. All right. So I'm screen sharing. Magic Johnson spends $7.5 million on a 2-month vacation on super yacht with family. Magic Johnson, he spent $7.5 million on a 2-month vacation on a super yacht for his family. All right. Taibu Mu'addib, what are you saying about that? Well, I'm not saying that a person shouldn't enjoy their money. I'm not saying a person shouldn't enjoy spending their money. Magic Johnson, one of the best at what he did of all time, not just in his time. And definitely built a really great business, overcame HIV. So, shout out to that man for that. Legacy. Me personally, I just feel like Magic Johnson, I just feel like, man, $7.5 million on a vacation. I just think that there's enough youth initiative nonprofits out there to where the vacation could have still been really, really nice. And you could have spent half that and half on, some youth center. It's just there's so much that you could do, Magic, to give back. Somebody saved your life. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot. I'm not knocking you, bro. I'm not trying to down a good brother. I'm just saying, put some of that money into youth initiative programs. All right. 7.5 million on a 2-month vacation. 2 months of just hanging out and chilling and kicking it. I get it. 7.5 million, I get it. But that's a lot of money that could help a lot of young people do a lot of things to the positive. That's a lot of little league football, basketball, track, instrument learning, education initiatives, food programs. Come on, Magic. Come on, man. Legacy, right? What you leaving behind? What are you showing the community? I'm just throwing it to you guys real. This is Morning with Mu'addib, man. Put that money back into the community, bro. Put it back, man. And we appreciate that. We'll show our appreciation. Don't trip. But I'm letting you guys all know right now, I'm Taibu Mu'addib. As I continue to grow and build as a company, as a coach, as a speaker, as my influence and my reach grows, I'll make sure that the movement is solvent, right? I want you to understand the movement, and my signature speech is be more. The movement is important. Magic Johnson spent $7.5 million to kick it on a yacht for 2 months. There are kids out there, Magic, that don't eat for 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Not healthy, nutritious food. So with a lot of hungry mouths out there, with a lot of kids that's failing to get it done right, partnership programs, mentorship programs, big brother, big sister programs, a lot of, you can, put that money back into the community, Magic. You've been kicking it your whole life pretty much. You know what I'm saying? You Magic. All right. Build that legacy, man. Be a leader. Take at least some of that $7.5 million, and put that into something that can help one of us. And I appreciate every philanthropist out there that did put money into a program I experienced as a young person. Right? Grants, donations, whatever. There were programs I was involved in as a young person that showed me positivity, and I appreciate all of those. All right, so come on, Magic. Let's go. Did you guys like the show today? Did you guys get something out of it? Over here on Coach Taibu, man. Making sure you guys are getting the full measure. To see the full episode, make sure that you guys are subscribing. My goal today is to get 15 new subscribers. So I hope some of you guys went over there to YouTube and subscribed right away. I appreciate you. If you didn't, it's all right. It's going to cost you in a few days when I go all subscriptions. That's all right, though. It's about time that you guys learn how to, and I'm not going on subscriptions to make more money for myself. I'm going on subscriptions to help you guys learn how to invest in your future. Learning to invest in myself was literally the best. That's what put me in position to be right here, right now. Learning how to invest in myself, how to handle overhead and things of that nature, how to plan ahead, how to budget. Learning these things is what got me out the factory, got me out of the nonsense. When I got passed over for a promotion, I said, hey, it's time for me to go to business for myself and build my brand. That's what I'm doing. So I appreciate you guys. Last but not least, let's get real. Bam. If you are someone that haven't declared a goal for 2024, here's my advice. After work, go in the bathroom, close the door, splash water on your face, and look at yourself. Dab it off, but look at yourself. You have to ask yourself, are you happy right now with what you're doing with your life? Are you passionate about what you're doing to make money or to just be healthy? And if the answer is no, If you don't have an answer, if you haven't even asked the question, you automatically qualify for first step coaching. Right? First step coaching is a program I named after you guys because I want you to take that first step. I want you to build on a new foundation. The problem is most of you want to do something new, but you try to build from the old foundation, which is shaky. It's questionable. My advice is whether you employ me as a coach, as your coach or not, come out of my program, get my free resources or not, is to go get that help somewhere. It's necessary. Your vision is big, but the manpower, resources, and strategy, incy beansy. Those things don't balance out. I want you to be powerful this year. I don't want to be having the same podcast this time next year, and you like, yeah, he did say that. He did tell me to go ahead and tap. I did. I am. And here's the key. I know that many of you are going to fool yourself into believing you're going to do it this time, but you have no connection with effort. You have not raised your level of effort one iota. It's not like a light switch. You don't just turn effort on, people. You don't just turn effort on. Giving a greater effort is a skill set you have to acquire. And the tough part about it is buried deep within all of us. Eric Thomas calls it beast mode. David Goggins calls it being hard. Whatever you want to name you want to give to it is buried deep down in there. So you're going to have to go through the EFC process and dig and dig and dig until that wellspring comes up. Don't tell yourself you're going to do something. I know somebody personally that says, I'm going to start this in January. And I know for a fact that this person believes that they can just turn on more effort. It's not going to happen like that. It's not going to happen like that. People, let's have a conversation, all right? Go to Calendly.com/Coach Taibu. Let's have a real conversation. I want to make sure you guys get this. For your one-on-one free consultation, go to Calendly.com/Coach Taibu. Don't think that more effort is a light switch you can turn on. You can't just turn it on. I'm telling you. I would say 87.9% of you are viewing the next couple of days as a preparation process to take off on January 1st. It's not going to happen like that. Go back and look at my Civil War study. You're not drawing a line. You're not ready to take the old you to war. The new progressive you has to fight the old you that wants to stay the same. Look at the Civil War. The South was winning. The South was going so well, they had invaded the North. I'm telling you right now, the old you is going to invade the new progressive you plans. And what are you going to do then? You're going to fold, you're going to crumble because you have no connection with a greater level of effort. The EFC Workbook is a free download. If you like it, inbox me, let me know. I'm going to hook you up with it. It's in the description. I'm going to put it right now in the comment section on the broadcast. This is how much I care about you guys. Some folks are just talking about it. It costs you guys. It don't cost you to play with me. I'm going to give you this free resource. This is how I changed my life. It's still working. I challenge you to go on my page and see it's been working. You don't want to see me cash in my first million and post it online. And you saw me 6 months ago, 8 months ago, and could be at least 6 figures into the game with me. All right. This is what's happening. I appreciate you guys. It's Taibu Mu'addib. That's my time. Mornings with Mu'addib out of Dallas, Fort Worth, the Metroplex, baby, making things happen. I hope you learned the lesson, young people. Parents, I hope you did too. Do y'all 50-50 and be successful. It's Taibu Mu'addib. That's the show. See y'all. Oh. See y'all tonight for Live Your Truth. You know I'm coming with it. The dating show starts up in a couple of days. Tap in, log in. If you want to see who's out there, I got you. Let's go. Bam, bam, bam. Live your truth, baby. All right. I always give my folks over here something a little bit extra. The tip for today, I'm gonna go to an ultra. I'm gonna give y'all something special. The tip for today is be sharp. I don't care if you go to work in a uniform or your own form. Sharpen up, clean up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that when you taking time, that self-care means so much. How you leave the house, are you fed, well dressed? That means everything. As I move forward, coaching and speaking full time, how I get dressed and how I prepare myself to meet people and greet people, it's huge. So take the time to be your best self. All right. Each day, you can at least do that. And I guarantee you it'll raise your confidence. Put that much more effort into how you leave the house, how you show up to work, that people are going to notice it. People are going to notice it. Raise your level of confidence. Take care of your appearance. From Taibu Mu'addib. That's the tip for today. Let's go.